Good morning. This is a Scrap Your Stash Wednesday. I am doing a card and I'm using the As You Grow paper set. So there's four different papers that I'm using. Using these two, this little flower, and this plaid, and you'll see them up here. So I've cut some of them out to 1 by 1 inch squares. Then I also have background, which I need to trim this down. So this is already 4 1/4. This is sapphire. So I just need to trim it down to 5 1/2. This is going to be the background of the card. And then the foreground of the card, I need 2 of these, but I'm going to go ahead and trim this down to 4 inch by 5 1/4. So that you see a little bit of that sapphire showing through. Then I'm going to take this one, and we're not going to trim it yet. So I'm going to put those two there. And I'm going to take this, and we're just going to paste these down, 4 down, and then we'll go on the sides. So get my Tombow. This is Mono Air by Tombow. If you haven't used it, I really like it. Okay, so I'm going to put these in diamonds. I'm going to put them in the middle. And then we'll figure out where I want to trim and how much I want to trim. So right now this is a 2 1/2 strip paper. So 1 1/4 and 1 1/4, right? That would be your middle line. And I'm just going to draw a line so that I know how to line these up and that I keep it straight. And you're not going to see it. Okay, so move this back aside. And I want this, so each side has a more manly or a masculine texture. So there's the wood grain, and then I have flowers. So I'm going to try to keep this a girly card. I know we're all looking for masculine cards, and this would be fine for a masculine card too. Just use the other side of the paper. So I'm going to do 4 down. Okay, so there's my 4 down. Now I'm going to start doing them differently. Okay, so I'm going to use these two together and these two together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the same pattern. So I'm going to do, like, if I wanted to do this, I may need more of these strips. But then this one would have to go down here, right? And then let's put this one here. And after that, let's just sandwich this one with those two. Let's sandwich this one here, this one here. So I'm just sandwiching them so that they all match. So I actually got 4 squares out of that one, but that's how I kind of want it. Okay, and then we'll trim it so it's quite a bit thinner strip. So I'm going to go through and just tape these on. And then the stamp set that I'm going to be using with this is the January stamp of the month, because I think those little animals I think are perfect with this set, actually, with this paper collection. And the sentiments are just so cute too. The little animals are cute, the sentiments are cute. I think it'll be perfect. Okay, I think this is the last one. Make sure I got all of them attached. Okay. Now I'm going to trim it so that it will fit onto the card, for one, but so that I don't see any of the white either. So I'm going to do it this way first, and maybe do, should probably trim this off first because it has adhesive that's really bothering me. So I'm going to line it up at the 1/4 inch and just trim it because I don't want it interfering. Okay, now I have a nice straight edge that I can use. I'm just going to go right inside the white, so I went just on the other side of the white, so I make sure that I have no white showing. I'm going to do the same on this side, so just a hair over. So I'm going to line it up probably right in there, maybe right at the 1 1/4. That'll be perfect. Okay. Now I have this piece at 4 this way, but I need the 5 1/4 this way. So let's see if we can get the 5 1/4. I don't think so. Nope. So I'm going to trim it even more, and I'm going to trim that one down too. I'm going to trim them all down. So right now, looks like I can get 4 3/4 out of this. Okay. And actually I have a little bit of that up there too, so let's actually do 4 1/4. And maybe I do this as a horizontal card then, since it's right at 4 1/4. I don't want to glue these yet until I get this more or less pieced. But I think that'll be really cute. Then this is the January stamp of the month. Okay, I'm going to use this sentiment, "You Make Me Smile," and I think I'm going to take it out and look to see which little animal I want to use. I could use the little mouse, or I could use the bear. And we could just do it off, little thing. I think I'm going to stamp the bear. I like the bear. Now I have not used this as much as I probably should have, or should be, because they are really cute. And let's see if he'll fit. He does fit. I just have him a little bit off, is all. Okay. There's my cute little bear. I'm going to season him. Get all the stickiness off. And I'm only going to take this white daisy and put it on the cushion. And of course I didn't get this all nice and wet. So I have just a jar of water. If you don't watch me very often, you know, or if you do, you know that I have a jar of water that just sits on my table. I need to go get fresh water. I don't think I did last time because it's a bit green. And I know I was using green last time I was creating, so. Okay. So that needs fresh water. Let's see. I'm going to use Intense. Because I'm probably going to color him in. I may just use colored pencils and not wet them. We'll see how I feel. Okay. There's my cute little bear. And it's okay if you get your ink on the foam, because it'll wipe right off. So don't worry about that. I'm going to wipe my stamp and then I'm going to do my sentiment. I'm going to get a different block for my sentiment though, because that way I can have a little bit more control. So I think my smaller block would be sufficient. Okay, season this one up. And I'm going to put it above the bear. And I think I'm going to put it in one of the colors that is in this pack, which, I don't know, maybe mulberry. Mulberry sounds good. It's either mulberry or papaya. I like mulberry. Let's do mulberry. Okay. Make sure it's dry before you put your card surface back on. Rub, 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 tap, tap, tap. Make sure you don't have any ink on your block. There we go. Which I did, but you can barely see it. It's okay. Okay. Now the cool thing about these thin sentiments, and I noticed this when I put it back on, but they can curl. So if you wanted to make it like a sentiment that goes around something, you can do that. You just start on one end and you make it curl to how you want it. So that's a really cool thing about acrylic. So that's how I would do it. You don't lay it on something first and then place your block on top. You actually put it on the block how you want it. Okay. So there's my card, more or less. Let's color this little guy in, and then we'll paste it all together and be done. Let me get my pencils. So I'm using my watercolor pencils. I don't think I'll water them, but they work the best for pencils too. These are my favorite pencils. Plus, they're in a triangular shape and they don't roll, which is amazing in my opinion. So if you want, you can kind of get a nice flat surface first so that you can color really nicely. everything else back. There's everything. I just gotta find my tape runner again. I'm always losing something, huh? That's probably right in the camera space, and you guys are probably saying, it's right there. It's right there. Although I don't see it. Well, bummer. Okay. Okay. There's my cute little bear. I'll put this guy here. This creates like a little frame. Gives it some visual interest. And let's put it on a card. Okay. So this is the X254. Comes with 50 card bases, 50 envelopes. My only problem with this is I wish they would sell envelopes separately, because I tend to do a lot of fun folds and I run out of envelopes. Go figure, huh? The ridge always goes in the middle, or in the inside. So there's a little ridge. Goes on the inside, not the outside. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to line it up to the bottom where the card opens. There we go. Now I do think it's probably missing some like glitz and glam or some kind of sparkle. I don't know, maybe a stickle or pearl. This is a very girly card, so we could do a pearl or a stickle. We can make it really sparkly and shiny. So let's see here. Maybe we'll do the gold. The rose. I think this is called rose gold. Yeah. Pearl. And maybe we just do it around the sentiment. Just do 3 dots up there, 2 down below, and it gives it a little bit more oomph. So there's the finished card. Super simple, super cute. Again, these were 1 inch by 1 inch squares if you guys want to duplicate this card. So you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye.